You know when you get an interview question and you just, yeah, okay. How will you ensure that a team completes its actions within the required time frame? I won't. There you go. I don't know what the answer they would be looking for is from a Scrum Master. I know what they'd be looking for from a project manager, and I suspect this is the sort of interview question that you're going to ask a person who calls themselves a Scrum Master but isn't one. So what's a Scrum Master to do in the situation? Well, it's not on them. They're not in the delivery of the product. They're there to create an environment where that team can excel, can truly deliver. But they're not going to get involved in the delivery of tasks unless they're also a developer. So what am I going to do? Nothing. Okay. Now, if we're not going to deliver what is needed within the time frame available, as a Scrum Master, there's definitely a conversation I want to bring to the table. I want to bring the whole team together and say, looking at the data, this doesn't look rosy. We need to start doing some stuff. But we're going to work on that together as a team. Maybe the developers can see options to shuffle things around in a more efficient way than maybe they'd considered. Maybe there's opportunities to break things down further and take the fat out but deliver the value. Great, we can do that. We can look at ways of speeding up. But I'm also going to be looking at the product owner to be in these conversations. Are things in the right order? Do we have the right people? Can we cut things out? Do you need everything that you've asked for? Or actually, when push comes to shove, could you miss that one? Could you lose that? Could you lose a bit of that? What is it that we can do? As a Scrum Master, I'm not going to be making the decisions. What I'm going to be doing is facilitating conversations within the team and potentially outside of the team with stakeholders, with customers, with people who are interested in the outcomes to change the environment in which they're delivering. Very often I will use things like a release burn-up, and when I say I will use it, I will provide the data and very often sit there and plug it into the spreadsheet so that a product owner can go and have conversations to manage stakeholder expectations. You're not going to get all of this stuff. I will come along to join in the conversation about how do we change the outcome from what it looks like today. Is more people an answer? Can we add people to the team? Can we add extra teams? And as many of you will know, it depends. It depends on how long we've got. Do we have enough time to bring new people in, to bring whole new teams in, bring them up to speed on the product, and then deliver more? Because while they're coming up to speed, somebody's got to bring them up, and that's the existing people. We're going to be going slower. Do we have time for that? And if not, let's be honest, accept it, move on, look for another answer. Is there something we can do in this backlog, or is there something to do with the date itself? Is it a deadline? Is it we have to have it out by that date, or there are serious consequences? Or is it a desire line? Is it a wish line? Did somebody say, I want it out by that date, and everybody's stuck on that, though the person who originally said it was just choosing a random date? We can have these conversations. As a Scrum Master, I'm not necessarily leading those conversations, but I'm there to support the product owner, support the organisation as a whole, to think differently about the situation it's got itself into. There's no right or wrong here. There's no good or bad. There's no blame to be assigned. It just is. Okay? The team is working on the most valuable work as told to them by the organisation at large, via a product owner very often. They're doing the best they can, solving a complex problem nobody's solved before. Okay, so they're going as fast as they can on the important stuff. You want it by that date. What are our options? Okay. Yes, we can work with the team, as I've already mentioned. We can work with the organisation, but ultimately what we can't do is dictate reality. We can't say, yes, we can get them to deliver all that stuff by that date, because then we're back where we started in the early days of Agile. You're going to get low quality, unprofessional products delivered because that's the only lever you've left the developers. They have to deliver all of this functionality by this date. Okay, we can do that. It's going to be smoke and mirrors. It's going to be sticking tape, holding it all together. It's not going to work under any kind of stress, but it will look like it. Okay, because that's what you forced them into. Now, we don't want that. We want our engineers, we want our developers to be professionals. to uphold that quality standard and just say no. But let's be honest, when push comes to shove, most people will choose paying their mortgage over their ideals. As a Scrum Master, we need to help educate everybody that that is not a good place to end up. What we want to do is be realistic. We want to accept that reality will win. And do we have capacity within the team to deliver everything you want by that date? Yes or no? And if the answer is no, we're going to have to change something, not just shout at the team to work faster, to work harder, because it won't work. In fact, it will be counterproductive. What's my role in all of this as a Scrum Master? It is not what we would look to a traditional project manager to do, of drive the delivery. No, it's create an environment where those conversations can happen so that we get the best outcome we can with everybody pulling in the right direction. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.